This review is going to be coming from the surprisingly functional back seat. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am filming in the beautiful state of North Carolina, and I am driving a 2006 Volkswagen GTI. Up front is a 2.0 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder, and down below is a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Now this car is owned by a good friend of mine named Andy. We go way back. We used to go to middle school together, and so I'm out here visiting in North Carolina, and I actually get some good roads to drive on. So thank you, Andy, for that. So what's interesting is that I recently put out a review of a Volkswagen GLI, basically the sedan version of this car. It has the same 2.0 liter. That was stick shift. This was automatic. But it's interesting, the same year, same engine. We'll see how the body styles really differ and how the transmission will differ. So let's talk about that 2.0 liter turbocharged engine. Well, like I said, it's the same out of the GLI, which is really interesting. It sounds nice. It produces a good amount of pep. And you get a little bit of a blow-off noise too, which, gotta love a good blow-off. But what's interesting is that even though this is a lighter, smaller car, it really feels kind of weighed down by that automatic transmission. It's not a bad transmission at all, but it's just, you know the feeling when you put it into a gear and you don't dump the clutch yet, you don't dump the clutch, then you dump the clutch and go? You don't get to do that in this. You don't get to feel that instant power, which would be nice. But that being said, it is a dual clutch transmission. But this transmission, you can also put it into a sport mode, which will shift it more aggressively, or you can put it over and use the paddles, which is a nice feature. Again, it's not really stick shift, but you can plus minus at your will, which is a nice feature. And honestly, it is kind of fun. It feels like a racing game almost, to just kind of flick the paddles. It's a lot of fun to shift using these little paddles. Now let's talk about the interior. Well, the interior actually feels a lot like the GLI, and for good reason. There's a lot of parts that cross over. Steering wheel, pretty much the same. Gauges, the same. Radio, the same. Really, the only thing that looks different to me is the shifter, and that's because the one I drove was stick shift and this is automatic. Other than that, if I were to go like this, it would look like I was driving a GLI, or if you go like this in a GLI, it looks like you're driving a GTI. I mean, which, like I said in my Genesis review, a car manufacturer is not going to make a completely different interior for each car that they have. They're just not going to do that. So I understand fully why this looks the exact same. What I do like is the seats. Now, these seats have this retro plaid look to them, and it's really a callback to the old Golf GTIs, the old, 70s hot hatches that made the GTI what it was. I really like the seats. And this is a 2-door, but 4-seater. So if you want to carry people, you can jam them in the back. Legroom isn't in surplus, but they're not going to die from sitting back there. It's not like an RX-7 with back seats where literally the seats touch each other. You do actually get room for your legs. Another interesting thing about the interior, which I missed on the GLI review, and I really wish I would have said this, but it was brought to my attention afterwards, is that up on the dash there are vents that actually work as a humidifier. If you don't know what that means, it adds water into the air. So when you're driving along, air conditioning on, you don't get dry eyes, which seems super over-engineered to me, but that's just the German way, of course. Yes, let's... I can't do a German accent. I mean, someone sat there making vents so the driver's eyes wouldn't get dry if they wanted air conditioning. That's insane to me. That is so thought through that I've never seen a car manufacturer think about one thing so specifically to help their drivers. Sure, companies have put hundreds of thousands of dollars into parking assist options, but no, Volkswagen is handling the tough issues of dry eyes when you're driving. I gotta hand it to them. And of course, how can I not mention it? You know it's near and dear to my heart, just like that trailer is near and dear to hitting the car. Sunroof. 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 Gotta love a good car with a sunroof. It's just, it really brings interiors together. I mean, any car with a sunroof that I've ever driven, the interior is way lighter. It's more fun. It really adds life to the interior. So auto manufacturers, if you're watching this video, first of all, I'm open to, you know, getting a free car. That's fine with me. But also, give your car an option of a sunroof. It really does just change the persona of the car. So something that comes to mind is, has the GTI lost its way? Back in the day, it was the hot hatch to have. At least here in America, we didn't get a lot of the Peugeot, was it 206s or whatever. We didn't get those hot hatches. We've never gotten a Civic Type R, but this was the hot hatch to have back in the day. And what I was wondering is, does it live up to the hot hatch? And my answer is yes. I think it really does live up to the hot hatch persona. But the reason people kind of wonder is because the market is now saturated with a bunch of other fast daily cars. If you think about it, the hot hatches back in the 80s were super lightweight with an okay engine. They weren't ever crazy, but they were lightweight, quick cars that you could daily. They were meant for daily cars. And so now, yes, this car is a light, quick car, but then again, you also have like the GLI, which is a quick sedan. You have cars such as the Genesis, which is another car that I recently reviewed that is a very fast car that you could daily. And so I think really hot hatches have just changed. The need for a hot hatch, or how weird or how different hot hatches are, has kind of morphed over the times, where they're really not that strange anymore. But that doesn't mean these aren't fun. Now, would I buy a Volkswagen GTI? I think I would as a daily. Like I said, I don't think I'd buy this car as to be my end-all, be-all car. I wouldn't buy this car with plans of keeping it forever and giving it to my kid. You know, I plan on doing that with my RX-7, or at least keeping it for a very long time and slowly building it over the years and whatnot. But this car just seems like a car that is fun and fast now. So if you're a kid and you're looking for a car that will be fun, that'll be quick, that won't necessarily completely break the bank, but you gotta take it to school, you gotta take it, you know, to your job at the corner pantry store, this is a good car, because you can fit 4 people if you want. It's also quick. No denying that. These things are quick. And generally, I really do enjoy the overall look of these cars. I love hatchbacks. Absolutely love hatchbacks. I've always wanted a hatchback. I will own one day. I've always wanted a hatchback or wagon. I just love the look of them. And the 2-door looks good. It makes the car actually look smaller, which I like. It makes it look shorter, but it's really not that short. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something about the 2006 Volkswagen Golf GTI. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.
There goes a sight from my soul.